Hi, I'm Wren, an artist living in Oxford. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The words form is emptiness, emptiness is form comes from the Heart Sutra, a Buddhist text. It's the everything and nothing. It's the completeness of life. It's beyond what I have control of in life. And somehow I can't even get a control of that sentence, but it speaks to me. And it thrills me just in the way it seems to hold everything. I've been an artist for about 38 years, quite a long while. I started through having the opportunity to use clay at school. It was a great relief to me to be able to have this other language. I love to work with steel, welding in steel. I love the intensity of steel. I love the way you get molten metal and you get burnt sometimes, so it keeps you alive and focused. And also being an artist, I'm so open to so much happening around me. But when I'm welding, I have goggles on and you just have to focus on what you're doing or you burn yourself. The other thing that really inspires me is just quietly coming back to myself, to listen to myself. So much of life is spent rushing out and being challenged by the intensity of life. But to just come back to the stillness, and from that place I find often art will create itself. It'll just come through me if I can have the discipline to just come back to a quiet place. Or using the angst of life, the distressing news. Sometimes I'll use that and I'll connect with how I feel about it and take that into the artwork and use the artwork as a transformer, if you like. So I'm inspired by life. The ones that mean most to me are, I think, the bird on barbed wire, because for me that speaks of the paradox of somehow joy and pain. The barbed wire speaks to me of pain and suffering, struggle, and the bird has this sort of quality of lightness. The canary's been a very important theme for me. I woke up one morning feeling like a canary, and a canary in a coal mine. I thought, oh phew, that's what I feel like. So I decided to paint a picture, and the picture almost painted itself. The therapeutic value, I feel, is for me using art and taking the energy, whether it's my own struggles and pain or the pain of the world, and taking it into the art form. So that certainly is therapeutic, and I'm also an art therapist, so when I work with others I encourage them to use that, to use the art form to express maybe physical pain or confusion, and to help just bring some space to it, some clarity, to lighten it up a bit. For a number of years I taught African songs to friends in Oxford, in London, and also in prisons. I love singing, particularly African songs and contemplative chants. I've always felt a strong connection with Africa, and when I was 20 at art school I went for a couple of months, my portfolio. I didn't know anyone there, but I just decided I was going to head off, and I was very inspired by the people I was in Kenya, and often seeing a single person standing in a huge barren landscape was very powerful. Somehow the stillness, the confidence, the extension of the people in Kenya that I saw was just so beautiful and so still and so strong. And it's so tough, Africa, in so many ways, and so I really respect the way the people I've met and what I saw, living in sometimes very harsh conditions and holding this quality of stillness and presence. This sculpture is of Van Gogh, taken from one of his portraits. I was very inspired by Van Gogh because he was somebody who was really committed to a search for truth in his work, and I was inspired by that. He was willing to go to such lengths to be true, to honour that value. I'd like to say something about the potential for art to to express the challenges of life, to express physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, and that anyone, whether they're an artist or not, can do that. You can just pick up a crayon or a pencil and just scribble. And sometimes energy gets caught in our bodies, and just a scribble will move it on. Can't sleep in the middle of the night. Pick up a pencil and just scribble. And as I've said before, sometimes there are things that we cannot find the words for, and you just need to get the finger paints out and the whatever you've got, the charcoal, and just drag it across the page and speak your truth.